We usually don't have much chaos on travel day, mainly because we get ready a day in advance. I'll show you. Is put the grill and its other bits and pieces away in the car. Then we fill our water tank and unhook all the plumbing and put it away. We've seen some of our fellow RVers saying how much they like their Magne windshield cover. Well, we're a little ahead on that game. We've had ours for 11 years now. It's been used just about every day all that time. We had to do a little restitching around the bottom, but that's all. It's held up great, all kinds of weather, all kinds of wind. It's wonderful. One of the things we do is we hook up the car to the tow bar a day early. It saves a half an hour at least of futzing around on travel day. Are you filming me? Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Now, since I so easily get filthy doing this, I put on some cheap gloves to keep me from getting totally and completely filthy.
Too bad it didn't snap. I was waiting for that snap. It snapped. Now go fix it.
Now go fetch my hat. Okay. Now I have my bag of goodies. The car is filthy. We're in New Mexico. We came from Arizona. The car is filthy. That's just a state of existence. It always takes some fiddling. I use locks rather than pins. Pins can be easily snagged and pulled out, or somebody playing a prank on you can easily pull the pins. And what happens is your towed car goes off in the bushes at highway speed. We don't want that, so we use locks. Before anybody warns me about my towed car catching fire, these locks can be unlocked quickly and easily. Beware of the knee knocker.
That's probably the only time you'll ever step over it and not get your shins or your knees.
That's correct. Usually I just tangle my feet up and fall. One should walk around the back end. That's what one should do. All right. The next step. All right. Since my connectors are on this side, I'm going to work from this side. The next step here is to connect my tow cables. These are safety cables. Chains will work, but if you snatch a chain hard, it'll probably break. Cables will stretch a bit. and not just break outright. You definitely have to use chains or cables. Once again, the idea is to keep the car connected to the RV and not going off on its own. All right. These are connected up. Okay, now let's connect the wires. This wire gives you a power connection from the RV, so your towed batteries don't go flat dead on you. And this also runs the tail lights and turn lights of the car. Make sure these things are connected well. I've seen people pulling the campgrounds with their cables just dragging the ground. Totally oblivious. Okay. The purpose of this is to keep it harnessed up so it's not dragging the ground. Okay, last, we hook up the breakaway cable. The purpose of the breakaway cable is to apply your towed brakes. If everything comes loose, it should apply the towed brakes when your towed comes loose and keeps it from going either across the highway or out into the bushes or wherever. We are now connected. I didn't get too filthy this time. Okay, we're connected. Now, the RV is up on its leveling jacks, but the towed brake will be off. It'll be out of gear and the brake will be off so that when the RV comes down off its jacks, the towed can freely roll back and forth wherever it needs to.
Trying to get stuck. Go.
Sometimes I pop the windshield wipers off when I do this. So if you suddenly hear a lot of bad words, that means I did that. But I've epoxied them to the mounts, so it may not happen. This is one of those things that takes about four hands. It's like wrestling an octopus. All right. Well, I got that far without pulling the wipers off. So,
Looks pretty good shape.
I'm going to set this over here on the table and fold it in a little while. All right. And these make windshield wipers last more than like 6 months. Which is good because these windshield wipers are about $30 a piece. These came with the Magne shade. You know, they say that the desert environment is good for people who have allergies. Oh yeah? So, if you hear a lot of sniffling and snorting, it ain't. I think we're allergic to cottonwood, but who knows what it is. That's a rather anemic stream, isn't it? I guess this is what we get. It'll do. All right. I'm washing it with Dawn dishwashing detergent because I just want to get it relatively clean. I don't necessarily want to polish it up to make all the rain run off or anything. Well, we're not going to get any rain in our short trip tomorrow. But I do want to get the bug guts off. Note that I don't just use a brush because they don't work all that well. I'm definitely not going to use one of those scrubber and squeegee things like you find at the gas station. There's really no point to putting filthy water order to clean your windshield.
I lost the sound right there.
So never use those things at a gas station unless your windshield is seriously coated with bug guts and you're traveling and you really have to. We've been in a situation once where the windshield was so coated I literally couldn't see out. And gas stations were closed that time. Okay, I'm about to start spraying water. So, did I miss the spot?
Yep, look to the left there. Yeah. And I guess this will be this episode. Thanks for watching.
Yep. And by doing these things leisurely on the day before travel day, we don't have total chaos on the morning of travel day when we're trying to get out of here. We can leisurely start our travels in the morning.